So today, guys, we are going to be reviewing every card from the new set Phantom Nightmare. Chat's going to go ahead and talk about it. It's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be really exciting. Let me know what you guys think about it, and let's jump on in. All right, guys, we're going to be going over this set pretty quickly, for some of the cards that may not be as important, but I wanted to have a way for you guys to be able to see the cards in case you wanted to stop. Of course, we'll be discussing cards one by one with chat. It's going to be a pretty long video. So let's go ahead and start off with Magician, Bonds, and Unity. This card has been coming out in the last two sets, and I think we have another set after Phantom Nightmare that will conclude the 25th anniversary. Nothing really important about this card other than it'll be a different color this time around, and I think it'll be a great card to be able to collect. So let's go ahead and just move on to the next card. We have Spirit of Duel, Geist Grinder Golem. I really wish that they put all of the related cards next to each other. So though I know those are Duel cards, right? But I can't tell what are the other Duel cards. So as much as I would like to get all of them together, I think we're gonna some of them are gonna fall through the cracks and we're not gonna get every single one. So if anybody knows, I think Nightmare Pain is also one too. If anybody knows some of the other Duel cards while we're going over it, just let us know and we'll add it in, okay? Magician's Bond and Unity is unplayable, but it's good for Magician players like me to collect. I actually do agree. It's pretty unplayable. So Spirit of Duel, it's a level 10 Dark Fiend monster, okay? Cannot be destroyed by battle, and you also take no battle. If it's destroyed, which if you like to destroy it with Dragonic Diagram, you can summon Duel from banished hand or deck or graveyard. And you can only use the following effects of Spirit of Duel once per turn. When an opponent monster is declared an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then if it's special summon, you can take one spell or trap card that mentions Duel and add it to your hand or set it. This is actually one of the best cards for Duel. And thank goodness it is a super rare, I believe, for us. It's going to be really, really easy for Duel players to be able to get the cards that they need to make Duel a pretty powerful deck. I don't think that Duel is going to come off the bat swinging as the best deck in the game, but this is definitely support in the right direction. The Duel stuff is bad till the new wave. I don't disagree. Geist Grinder Golem. Maybe by bad, what tier would you guys put it? Would you guys put it as complete dog water? Or would you guys give it a little bit higher? I don't think it's that bad. You can reveal one Duel monster in your hand. I love how it's just any Duel monster. Terror Incarnate, Ultimate Nightmare, and even the other card. Special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field. Then you can special summon the revealed monster to your field. You can only summon Geist Grinder once per turn. Then if it battles a Duel monster, your opponent gains 3,000 life points. What? If you special summon a Duel card while this is a graveyard, you can special summon it to your opponent's field. So why would I want to give my opponent life points? Because the Duel monsters are built off of inflicting damage, right? Is there something that I'm missing with this card? Reveal one Duel monster, special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon the revealed monster to your hand. During damage calculation. I'm tripping. You gain the life points because it's on your opponent's field. Duh. Holy crap. I'm dumb, chat. Oh, you gained it. You're giving yourself. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense now. It makes sense. I had to think for a second. Okay, all right. Cool. I don't think that this card is that great, but it definitely had me going. Samsara D. Lotus, right? You can tribute this card. I think this is the most important card for the deck. Special summon, is it a tuner? It's not a tuner. One Duel monster from your deck. Okay. Then during your opponent's turn, while a monster effect is activated and you control a Duel monster, you can tribute this card. That effect becomes destroy one Duel monster on the field. I love it. It's kind of like, it's giving Dark World vibes where you can make your opponent's card effect something else, except forcing them to destroy a Duel monster is crazy because it triggers your Duels, right? During the end phase, if you control a Duel, and this card is in your graveyard, you can take this card and add it to your hand or summon it. This card is probably the best card in the entire deck. Because it gets you so much, guys, right? So Nightmare Pain, Mature Chronicle, Eternal Favorite. We're missing Eternal Favorite, right? I think we're missing Eternal Favorite, wherever that is. That should be down to the bottom. Thank you so much for letting us know. Let's control F, Eternal, and then get Favorite. So now we got all the Duel cards. And we have went through half of them. So this is Yubel, the loving defender forever. The lore for Yubel is crazy. It requires Yubel plus as many effect monsters as you want on the field. Some people would be like, why the hell would you do that? But Yubel's built off of super polymerization, meaning that we can fuse all of our opponent's monsters on the field. Then if it's fusion summon, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each material for its fusion summon. And then cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. You take no damage from battles. If it battles an opponent's monster, inflict damage to them equal to that monster's attack and then banish it. That's a crazy effect, chat. This is probably one of the best cards that Yubel has. This fusion monster is ridiculously good for them, and I don't think anybody will disagree. This is going to be the powerhouse card that they want to summon, especially since you can use your opponent's monsters to summon it. Now, it is a little counterproductive, because you definitely want to use one of, you want to leave one of their monsters on the field, because this isn't doing anything directly, but getting rid of most of their monsters is probably the wave. We got Mature Chronicle here. Each time a Yubel monster, or a monster that mentions Yubel, is special summoned, place one Chronicle counter on this card. I hate cards that revolve around counters. You can remove up to 5 Chronicle counters, activate one of these effects. If you remove one, you get to special summon Yubel from the graveyard. That's not great, because, you'd already have to be going. You can add 1 banished cards to your hand. That's powerful. That's powerful, guys. It's powerful because it says banished cards. You can add cards like banish face down cards like Pot of Desires or cards banished with Pot of Prosperity to your hand. That's pretty good. You can banish 1 card from your deck. You can destroy 1 card on your field. You can add 1 super polymerization from your deck to your hand. It really depends on the frequency of how fast we can get Yubel monsters to the field, right? But it also says, or a monster that mentions Yubel is special summon. And they have to be special summoned. So we're not going to get the normal summon counter, right? I think it would have been cool if we got the normal summon counter, but it's a decent card. Next is Nightmare Pain. During the main phase, you can destroy 1 dark monster in your hand or face up on the field. And if you do, you can destroy 1 dark monster in your hand or face up on the field? So you can destroy your opponent's dark monsters? That's pretty cool. Add 1 Yubel or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your hand except Nightmare Pain. Once per turn, while you control any Yubel monsters, all your opponents must attack if able. If your opponent takes any battle damage, you would have taken from a Yubel monster instead. I may have spoken too soon. This might be their real best card. This and the Lotus are easily their best cards. This card's crazy good. Eternal Favorite. You can activate 1 of these effects, but only can use the following effects of Eternal Favorite once per turn. This allows you to special summon a Yubel monster that is banished during your graveyard. And neither player can activate cards or effects when it's special summoned. But if you control a Yubel, you can discard 1 card, send this face-up card from your Speller's card zone to the graveyard, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from either side of the field, including a Yubel monster. So, ironically, this can fuse into our Yubel monster is a super polymerization, but also, this can fuse into cards like Draco Stapelia with Yubel and an opponent's monster too, because Yubel's a dark. It's not locked into just summoning Yubel monsters. You can summon Starving Venom, Yubel, everything. What are the cards, if any, you are going to be hoping for in the Master Duel? Bro, I couldn't even tell you because we're talking about the main set right now. So, I'm really focused on the main set. I'll probably answer that question when we get to something like that. But I'm ultra focused. That's not what we want to do. It's also not where we want to be. All right. So now the Raid Raptor cards. Oh my God, this is so dumb. Chat, what deck do you guys want to see me play against you guys? Phantasm Beast Summoning. What is this? Oh, this is just a random free agent card. Okay, cool. You guys can feel free to ask questions that are like to the subject. I just have a really hard time. Like, I want to stay focused on this particular thing. And I don't want to lose like track of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to focus my hardest on the task at hand. Played Raid Raptor? Holy crap, guys. Raid Raptor Gaming? All right, chat. Let's try to get those subs up so we can play Raid Raptors. Holy crap. I can't believe you want me to play Raid Raptor. Actually, I can. You guys are glue eaters, so it makes sense. Raid Raptor Brave Strix. They got actually quite the few cards. I wasn't expecting this many. How competitive would you guys put Raid Raptor? Raid Raptor Glorious Bright. Holy, they may have more cards than I thought they had. At least they all say Raid Raptor, right, chat? All right, I think that's it. So Raid Raptor Glorious Bright. If you control a Raid Raptor monster, you can negate the effects of a monster on the field. Unless you control... Wait. Negate the effects until the end of the turn. Unless you control the Exceed monster at activation, you can only target monsters. Oh, okay, so it can negate a card. But if you don't control a Raid Raptor Exceed, you can only target monsters. Okay. It also allows you to banish this card from the graveyard to get a Raid Raptor card that is in your graveyard or banished to your hand. That's actually a decent trap card, right? The Iron Counter trap card for Dinomorphia. So what's the best archetype that was introduced or got new support in this set? I would say so far, since we've only done Raid Raptors, we're starting on Raid Raptors and Duel. Raid Raptors do look a little bit more promising. During the main phase, if this card was normal summoned or special summoned, target one Raid Raptor, add one Raid Raptor from a different level from your deck to your hand. Then you can banish it to increase or decrease the levels of all Raid Raptors by 1. This card's crazy. I was always wondering why the Raid Raptor monsters were different levels, like Painlanius. And this card solves so many problems. That's actually cool, because you can summon it at Painlanius. Painlanius can then summon itself and turn itself to 4. This card's a 1-card free rank 4. Like, that's pretty good. All right, so now we got Boom Vulture here, another level 4. If you only control Raid Raptor Wing Beast, or if you only control Wing Beast, you can get this card out. And one Raid Raptor monster from your hand. Holy crap. If you control no monsters, you can target 2 level 4 lower. Excuse me. It's a lot of text. It allows you to get out 2 level 4 lower Raid Raptor monsters, including itself. That's crazy. You can only use 1 effect per turn and you're locked into darks. Yo, the Raid Raptor support is kind of crazy. Like, I have not been disappointed so far. This is really good. So far, I'd have to say Raid Raptors is better than Duel. Especially considering that the support that Raid Raptors had before. Now, Rising Rebellion is the card that we've been talking about for some time. This is their Exceed card. It requires 5 level 13 monsters. That's not happening. And it have to be Winged Beasts. So it's unaffected by our opponent's card effects. If it's Exceed summon, you can destroy as many cards as possible of your opponent. Then if it has 3 Exceeds with different material, you can inflict damage to your opponent. Then you can detach 3 materials from this card, target one Raid Raptor Exceed monster in your control. It gains that monster's effects until the end phase. I think that this card is a better Ultimate Falcon. Stop the Cope, Cali Raid Raptors his cheeks. Looks like we're going to have to find out, chat. If we get enough subs, we'll play Raid Raptors. I'll let you guys determine what we're going to play. But I don't know. This card does not seem terrible. It seems pretty decent. Like, looking back at it, like, if you're going to try to summon this and get all of its effects, bad. But if you treat it like a Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon, it's a better version of Ultimate Falcon. Well, we have a sub goal of 300. Let's try to get to that as fast as possible, right? How many? I'll definitely play Raid Raptor for 3. You got a deal. And I'll even throw it in. I'll make it into a video. If not, it's up in the air. So Raid Raptor Brave Strix. It requires 2 level 5 monsters, but our other Raid Raptor monster can increase the level of Raid Raptor monsters. So it's not that hard to say. If I play Raid Raptor, TJ will sun me. Well, I'll be playing subscribers. So TJ would he doesn't even get a chance to get destroyed by Raid Raptors. You can detach one material, set one Raid Raptor spell or trap card directly from your deck. If it has Winged Beast as material, You can detach a material from this card, add one Raid Raptor's rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand. So you get a set and an add? Yeah, you guys got to imperm this card. Oh no! Oh my god, they killed it. You can only use one Raid Raptor Brave Stick effect per turn and only one stat turn. Come on, dog. Why'd you do that? Note that Raiders Knight goes into this. Bro, this actually would have been the card that would have made Raid Raptors the deck. You get a free set and a free search. You get to pretty much dodge Ash Blossom. God damn it. All right. Rank up magic. Raid Raptors Force. Raiders Knight goes into this. I think we said that. This card is always treated as a rank up or a Raid Raptors card. So this card can either set it or search it, which kind of makes its effect redundant. All right. Oh, but it's a quick play, so if you set it, you can't use it to the next turn. During either main phase or your opponent's battle phase, target 2 or more Raid Raptor monsters you control, Exceed monsters you control, or in your graveyard, including one of them on the field. Special summon from your extra deck one Raid Raptor Exceed monster whose rank equals the total monster's ranks. What the hell? Why are you having me do this math? So 4 plus 5 plus 4 is 13. But then I only have 3 13s for the Rising Rebellion. All I need is 3 13s. All I need is 3 13s. You know, I was laughing at this card until I realized that if I can get this plus 2 rank 4 Raid Raptors and this card, yo, synchro with Exceed monsters, pretty much. 5 plus 8 is 13, but then you only have 2 materials. You got to do 5, 4, 4, which isn't that hard to like summon Exceed 4s. And if you do attach those as material, it's treated as an Exceed summon. You can only activate 1 rank up magic Raid Raptor's Force once per turn. This card is kind of crazy. Yo, this card is kind of it's kind of crazy. It's not like mad crazy, but it's kind of crazy. I definitely should have had my reservations when I seen a rank 13, but at the same time, it's like, bro, who is synchro summoning with, like, this is a synchro Exceed, right? We already went over Glorious Bright. And the next is Nightmare Pain, which we've already went over these cards. So we're pretty much done with the Raid Raptor cards, it seems. I think the Raid Raptor cards do have more potential than what people were giving it credit, but let me know what you guys think. I forgot Raid Raptor's Roost. Let me look up Raid Raptor's Roost. Control F. Raid Shadow Legends. I think we looked that up. Raid Raptors. Okay, we forgot about Raid Raptor's Roost, guys. Now, Roost is a spell card that says if a Raid Raptor monster is spell summoned from the extra deck to your field, you can add 1 Raid Raptor spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Okay. You can target 3 of your Raid Raptor monsters that are banished or in your graveyard, place them to the bottom of the deck in any order to draw a card. Yo. This card is not bad. Thank you, Konami, for slow rolling custom cards into the grand scheme. Will not push the deck into contention. This is why we don't trust Cali? What? I did not, bro, chat. Nowhere did I say that this was a meta deck. I said it was better than I thought. It's kind of good. It can be pretty good. Come on, guys. Come on. You guys don't think that these cards are not good cards? They're good cards in the right direction. You guys are, sometimes I think you guys are just too harsh on strategies, right? I think that's you guys' problem. All right, let's go over to Magic Spectre cards. We got Ryu. We got New. We got Wind. Oops. Raid Raptors is like a second Monadium. Let's not go that far. as much as I like crapped on Monadium, it wound up being a good deck. All right. So Porcupine has no effect. My only beef with the Raid Raptor, or my beef and the thing that I like about the Magispectors is that the Magispectors don't have a wall of text in their cards, right? But they also don't have scale effects. Like, it's so annoying that they don't have scale effects, but at the same time, now they don't have a ton of text, which I think is really, really good. So Porcupine says, during the main phase, if you control a Magispector monster, it has a quick effect, so either player's turn, you can summon this card from your hand, and if it's normal summon or spell summon, you can add or you can set a Magispector spell card. Okay. And then all Magispector monsters say while they're in the monster zone, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, so no Imperm, no Ash Blossom, and they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Like, right? Hey, remember when pendulums were good but fell off the face of the meta? Well, here's an Exceed again, so you can know the other mechanic that capped in power. Well, here's Exceed again, so you can know the other mechanic that capped in power. Yeah, I think pendulums were not a good idea. So here's the Exceed in Ryu. Actually has a pendulum effect, so get ready for a lot of text, guys. If you have a Magispector or Draco Slayer card in your pendulum zone, you can add one Magispector card from your deck to your hand. Then you can destroy one card in your pendulum zone. That's actually a good effect. If you pendulum summon level 4, you can pendulum summon this card from your extra deck. So, all right. So, Exceed monsters are going to be level monsters now. Cool. If a monster is tributed while this card is on the field, you can detach one material, special summon one level 6 or lower wind spellcaster monster. No, chat! We're coping! Free Magispector Kirin. Holy crap. That's like... There's no other 6s other than Kirin. If this card is in your monster zone, it's destroyed by battle or tributed, you can place it in your pendulum zone. I think that this card is a lovely addition, right? I think this card is actually go crazy. This actually might be it may not be an amazing deck coming out the gate for TCG, but I think this will be an amazing deck coming out the gate for Master Duel, right? So now we have the Synchro or the Link monster, which is a confirmed secret rare, unfortunate. If it's Link summon, you can add 2 face-up Magispector Pendulum monsters from your extra deck to your hand. Then you can add up to 2 Magispector Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your extra deck. That is crazy, chat. Like, that's crazy. But you know what else is crazy? The fact that Magispector monsters cannot Pendulum summon Kirin. That's also still ridiculous. This card's really good. You cannot special summon for this turn except for Magispector and Draco Slayers. Okay, that's fair. That's so fair. That's incredibly fair. Now, the new Magispector Wind. When you activate this card, you can also tribute a Wind Spellcaster monster to special summon a Magispector monster from your hand or graveyard. If you tributed a monster, you can special summon a monster from your deck. That card's good. Yo, chat, what do you think about the Magispectors? Like, I think that this is good. I think this is really good. I think that Magispector monsters are crazy good. What's up? Okay. You think they're mid? My God. Bro, there is like no satisfying my community, chat. There genuinely isn't, because I think that these are pretty good. I think they're decent. Like, if we're talking about a tier, maybe it's because of like I'm the Rogue King or something like that. Is that the reason, chat? Next, we're going to play the deck that I think is hands down the best deck in the entire set. I mean, obviously, because, like, you know, this is probably the best deck in the entire set, chat. Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. I think this might be it. Did I already get Saravis? No, I didn't. All right. Saravis, Saphira, and Low. All right. At least tell me, what do you guys think about the voiceless voice? Okay, I'll start off with low, because I know this is the most important card. If you ritual summon exactly one light ritual monster, this card can be used for the entire tribute. So it's like Necros cards. You can only use the effect of low once per turn. If it's normal summon or spell summon, you can place a voiceless voice continuous spell trap from your deck into your zones. And then if a light ritual monster is special summon, you can bring it back from the graveyard. This card's pretty good. Like, it's definitely good. Voiceless and Goblin has the highest chance to be meta. Give me a small archetype, essential staples, and plenty of hand traps. This deck can't facilitate that. Oh, damn. This deck has a lot of gas. Okay, so it looks like at least we have a lot of thoughts on Voiceless. Next, we'll go into Saphira. You can discard this card, send one ritual spell card from your deck to the graveyard, then add one light ritual monster from your deck to your graveyard to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Ritual summon one light ritual monster by tributing monsters from your hand or field. Like, chat, this card's crazy. It's a search and it's a ritual spell. Woo! This deck is kind of good, right? It wants to be full power Drytron so bad. Holy crap. You can set up nasty boards. Then there's Saravis. You can summon this card by shuffling 2 spells from your hand and or the graveyard into the deck, including a ritual spell, right? When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this card from the field to the hand to special summon one light ritual monster from your hand or deck, but shuffle it during the end phase. Okay, so I'm like confused. You can summon a light ritual monster? Like, does it bypass the restrictions, guys? I thought ritual monsters can only be summoned via ritual spell cards. So, like, I don't understand how Saravis Dragon of Sage Voiceless works. Yo, what's up, dog? Like, I don't get that part. Then, of course, you can only use his effects once per turn. You guys let me know. Unless a card specifies otherwise. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand this card. Like, does it work for its counterpart, Saravis? It doesn't say ignoring the summoning conditions. Looks like we're going to have to do some further testing to find out, right? Radiance of the Voiceless Voice. It shuffles one light ritual monster or one ritual spell card into the deck, and then it adds or special summons a Voiceless Voice from your deck. So this deck can actually play around Troll. Then it targets cards up to the number of light ritual monsters you control. Destroy both this card and as many targeted cards as possible. So it's a disruption and it's a search card. This card seems really, really good. Barrier of the Voiceless Voice says, while you control low, your opponent's monsters can only target ritual monsters for attacks. Also, they cannot target light monsters with card effects. Crazy. You can also add one Voiceless Voice or one Skull Guardian ritual monster from your deck to your hand once per turn. Is there more Skull Guardian cards to be added? Wait, hold on. There is. You can play, chat. Who's going to play the original? Who's going to be that guy, chat? Who's going to play the original? I'm waiting for that dude to whirl out with Skull Guardian. Just summon him to the side of the field and use him by playing Novox's Prayer, chat. You can special summon them if it specifies it can't be reborn because they weren't You can special summon them. If not, wait. I don't understand what Archie's saying. But yeah. Like, this card can only be ritual summoned with a ritual spell. You must offer monsters. Come on. All right, chat. I know I'm going on a side excursion, but Skull Guardian looks so cool. I wonder how much is it. All right. How much is it? $60. $70. Oh, it's a little too deep for my pockets. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep on moving. Not buying that cart. If it was like $20, I could probably stretch it, but that's a little bit too much. Duel didn't fumble, just having the right tech cards. Duel was a fumble. A tad more than Bonfire. All right, this is the card that everybody is talking about. Skull Guardian Protector of the Voiceless Voice. You can ritual summon this card with Prayers of the Voice. Gains 250 attack if you have low on your field or in your graveyard. You can only use the following effects once per turn. If this was ritual summon, you can add one Voiceless Voice or a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Then if your opponent activates a card effect while you control low, you can negate the activation and destroy this card. Wait, timeout. Timeout, chat. Hold on. Is Skull Guardian even a light warrior? Oh, it is a light warrior. At least it's a light warrior. I would have been pretty upset if it wasn't. So this is the main card that you want to summon. You summon him, you can negate effects, and low can bring itself back. Ladies, Callie is the scrub TLC warned of? Yo, what are you talking about, Berserker? Because I won't buy a Skull Guardian for almost $200? Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. You can ritual summon this card. You can ritual summon any light ritual monster. Yes? That's crazy. You must also tribute light monsters from your hand. Okay, obviously it lets you ritual summon by doing the ritual things. If a light ritual monster leaves the field by an opponent's card, you can banish this card, special summon one Ceravis the Ascendant, Saphira, or Skull Guardian from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Wait, I am so confused. All right, so let's look up her Ceravis and Saphira. You can ritual summon this card with Sprite's Blessing. When your opponent activates a card that targets, you can negate, or when your opponent, you can discard this card and negate the activation. If your opponent would special summon a monster, return to the hand, negate the summon, and banish that monster. My beef. I could have sworn ritual summon monsters could not be summoned by any means other than ritual, but it's insinuating, because it says you can summon this card with Sprite's Blessing, that I can just special summon it. Like, I am so confused. Have I been lied to my entire life? There's only one way to solve this. There's genuinely only one way. There is genuinely only one way. Voice. They were called Silent Force. All right. When your opponent activates a card or effect. So I got to like create a situation where my opponent would activate a card or effect. This is annoying. So here's Ceravis. And then, is Saphira even playable? I'm not even going to, look, I'm not. All right, let's see what we're doing. So we can activate this card. I know I need to get to Novox. Add one Light Warrior or Dragon Ritual. Yes. Oh. Okay, what does this do? This card isn't out yet, is it, chat? Then I'm just going to activate this card. Oh. Huh. Okay. So we need to figure out if we can summon Saphira. I got a sword. Oh, I don't play. Forget it, guys. I don't know how to do it. Go full screen? No, we were trying to figure something out, and we can't figure it out. Just forget it. We'll get into it later. I'll figure it out in testing. All right, guys. We've already went through the types. Now we got to go through Goblin Biker. Unless, I don't think the other card. Yeah, the other card is from a new set, is it not? All right, let me exit out of all of these. I definitely think that the Voiceless Voice are good cards. They may even be tied to the lore of the Goblin Biker Sinful Spoils. We just don't know it just yet. Maybe not. Goblin Biker is a cool gimmick. Yeah, I know it's based off of detaching materials off your opponent's or off of cards on the field. It can be yours, but it also can be your opponent's, which is, I think, interesting. We got a lot of Goblin Biker cards to go over. Woo! So we got Doug Charger. You can detach one material from a monster on the field, special summon this card. Then if it's normal or special summon, you can add one Goblin Biker spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Holy crap. That's actually, that's pretty good. Huh, that's good. We got Chatter Splotter. If it's normal summon or special summon, you can target one goblin monster in your graveyard. Holy crap. Yo, chat. We're summoning Goblin Attack Force. Let's go. Jib with the raid. Thank you so much, big dog. The 54. What we're doing today is we're going over the Phantom Nightmare cards. And I am going to be building a deck from Phantom Nightmare to play against subscribers. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now we're going over every card. This card allows you to special summon Goblin Attack Force, guys. Imagine we summon this card. We bring out the Attack Force. The Attack Force attacks and switches to defense. Come on. We're not losing. What's your medical? Who wants to summon Goblin Attack Force? Old Goblin cards are confirmed to work with the Bikers. Bro, yeah, they're all Goblins. Come on now. Branded Despia Tier 1. I mean, you're not wrong. The deck's really powerful right now. During your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can detach one material from a monster on either field and special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Wow, this card's pretty good. Now we got Biker Boom Mock. Once per chain, if it's in your hand or your graveyard, you can detach a material from either field and special summon this card. You cannot special summon Goblin Biker Mock until the end of the next turn. That's okay. Now we got Mean Merciless. If it's summoned, you can summon one Goblin Biker monster from your hand. Okay, so we got one to summon from the graveyard. We got one to summon from the hand. And he can just summon himself from the hand or graveyard. Waiting for the Goblin Biker to summon it from the deck, right? During the main phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can detach one material from a monster on the field. Special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay. This deck seems pretty good at, like, summoning itself. Like, really, really good at summoning. Next is, if this card is special summoned from the hand in attack position, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls. Change it to defense position. Also negates that target's effects. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while this card is in the graveyard, you can discard one card, add it to your hand. This card seems like the oddball because it's level 4. It doesn't, like, mesh with the other ones. But it does mesh with Goblin Attack Force. Hear me out, guys. You summon out Clatter Splotter. Bring out Goblin Attack Force. Then you Monster Reborn the Freefall Squad. Negate an opponent's monster attack. Switch it to defense. Goblin Attack Force is stronger than the defender. Oh, it's not a biker. It's a freefall. Oh, it's just a goblin. You got me there. All right, so we'll stop talking about that for now. All right, we got Goblin Biker Big Gobunga. It allows you to add a goblin monster from your deck to your hand. Bro, it adds Goblin Attack Force. Chat, you guys are not hearing me. Back in my day, Goblin Attack Force was a force. It was the card. It's really good. The TCG only cares about OCG, and lately, Fire Kings has more tops and higher finishes than Branded. Berserker, I think you're incredibly misplaced. The TCG does not only care about the OCG. The TCG cares about what's in the TCG, as well as the OCG, right? Branded does have a great matchup. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you're misled right here. We're not 1-to-1 here. They have Maxi. You got to forget that. They have so many different things. Now, this adds a goblin, and then if a card is detached, you can target one face-up card on the field and attach it to this card as material. Now, you can attach one goblin card from your deck to this card as material, so it's going to get you mad resources. This card is really good. TCG has Ashen, the biggest meta changer. I'm done with you guys. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. All right, so Goblin Crazy Beast is a rank 6 monster. So this isn't a Goblin Biker monster, but it is a Goblin card. So it looks like we got Goblin Biker, and we also have the Goblin cards. I don't remember any level 6s, though. Once per turn, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, detach materials, and if you do, attach that target to this card as material. If a monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can detach one material from this card instead. Then if it's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, then attach a Goblin monster from your graveyard to this card as material. You can only use this effect of Goblin Crazy Beast once per duel. I don't see a single way how Goblins will be able to use this unless they have some way to rank up their 3s into 6s, which is very possible. Let's keep going. Goblin Biker Grand Bash. Goblin monsters you control gain 300 attack for each Goblin monster you control. Then allows you to get an additional normal summon of a Goblin monster. That allows you to target 2 Goblin monsters and make the levels of one become the current level of the other. Crazy. That's crazy. Both their levels become their combined original level. All right. Looks like we can easily make a 3 into a 6, like I said, or we can make a 4 into a 3, or we can make a 3 into a 4. This card does it all for them. Goblin Biker Grand Entrance allows you to add a Goblin monster from your deck to your hand, then detach a material from either field to special summon a level 4 or lower Goblin monster from your hand. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard to detach one material from a monster on the field. Then you can add a Goblin monster from your graveyard to your hand. This card is like crazy good. Like, this card is ridiculously good, guys. This card's stupid. It's probably one of the best cards for the deck. Now we have Grambling Biker Grand Stampede. During the main phase, Exceed summon one Exceed monster. Cool. Using only Goblin cards you control. Then if you control a Goblin Exceed monster, you can target one effect monster on the field, detach one Exceed material from a monster on either field to negate that monster's effect. This card's good, but you can only use one Goblin Stampede effect once per turn and only once that turn. I like it. I like it. Yo, Goblin Bikers may be cheap too because their best card is also a sneak peek card. Like, this is their best card. It's a sneak peek card. Gobanga is an Exceed card that I don't want to say you need 3 of, right? Maybe 2 of. I don't know. Maybe this deck might be cheaper and everything else seems common. Nah, this deck might be cheap and easy to play. I think I like it. All right, what else we got? I am not going over the Ashen monsters, and it's mainly because we went over the Ashen monsters in the video that I have. I'll link the video to it, but go ahead and check out that Ashen review of it. Everything you need to know about the Ashen cards are there. We don't need to go over it again. We went over everything else. Okay, I guess we have to go over, oh, I almost forgot, the fish cards. Right? So, white sunfish, white sardine, and then there was new goatee cards, right? There's 4 new cards. Brandon has been topping consistently, guys. It's been doing its thing. So, White Sunfish says, if this card is in your hand, you can target one level 4 or lower fish monster in your graveyard with the same name as the card you control. Special summon this card, and if you do, special summon that monster. Wait, what? This card is in your hand. Target a fish monster in your graveyard with the same name as the card. Oh, okay. So, okay. It's a little gimmicky. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can treat it as a tuner. This card requires a lot of setup, but I know the white fish cards, they do this pretty easily. So it's not like the end of the world. White Sardine. You can send one White Sardine from your deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. Well, looks like White Sardine sets up for White Sunfish, but it locks you into water monsters. Okay. And then you can treat it as a tuner if it's special summoned from the graveyard. So now to the goatees. Keith Merc of the Goatee. I apologize if I'm saying this completely wrong, right? If a fish monster is on the field, you can summon this card from your hand. If it's special summoned to your opponent's field, except during the damage step. Wait, what? If a monster is special summoned, you can target one of those monsters and one of your banished level fish monsters. Banish both that opponent's monster in this card. Special summon the level 6 monster. That's a lot. After it was banished, you can special summon it during the next turn. This card's a solid disruptor card for Goatee. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's solid as hell. Now it's physics. I cannot say these cards' name. Moonlight of Goatee. If this card is summoned, you can add one fish monster from your deck to your hand. Exactly what the strategy needs. You can banish one fish monster from your hand or face-up field. Oh, then banish one fish monster from your hand or face-up on the field. It's pretty good. If it's banished, you can banish one fish monster in your graveyard, except itself special summon this card. Holy crap. Wait. You can summon this card, add itself, banish its card, and if you have another Goatee monster in the graveyard, you can summon it back, so you get 2 level 6s. Huh. That's good. That's actually not bad, chat. I think the Goatee cards are... It's not bad. That's not bad. I think next is the Aroma cards. Woo, I think we went through a decent portion of cards, so we're good. Woo. All right, the Aroma cards, Arrow Mage gets a good amount of support. All right. So we got Lilith Rosina. You can discard this card and target one Arrow Mage monster you control. Gain life points equal to half its attack. That's a way to trigger Jasmine. Then if it's normal summon or special summon, you can special summon one non-tuner Aroma from your deck. What? Yo! The Aroma cards stink. I see what you did there. That's actually kind of crazy, right? I like that. All right. So Magnolia. While your life points are higher than your opponent's, plant monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Then you can pay 2,000 life points, banish cards on the field equal to the number of dried winds, blessed winds, or humid winds you control. That's pretty good. Then, once per turn, if you gain life points, you can make all plant monsters you control gain an equal amount of attack. Yo, this might be their game-winning card. The cards give the Aroma Callie sweaty cheeks. Yo, what's up, Rambo? Yo, that's crazy. The new Link monster. If it's special summon, you can add one Aroma card from your deck to your hand. If you gain life points, you can special summon up to 3 Aroma cards from your hand to zones this card's point to. You can tribute a monster, target one card on the field, and banish it and gain 1,000 life points. This card's pretty good too. Aroma Blend. Discard one card, place one humid, dried, and blessed winds from your hand deck into your face-up spell and trap card zone. Then you can banish this card to fusion summon a monster. What does she require? Hold on. What was the Magnolia? What does she require? She requires Aroma monster plus a plant monster. Really, really, really easy to summon. If your life points are higher than your opponent's, you can banish plant monsters from your graveyard as material. Holy. And all you got to do is play a couple of bad cards? And they're not even that bad. If I remember correctly, humid winds and dried winds are not bad at all. Let's read them. Humid Wind says, pay 1,000 life points, add one Aroma monster from your deck to your hand. That's not bad, especially when you're getting it for free. Dried Wind says, if you gain life points, target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. If you control an Aroma monster and your life points are 3,000 higher than your opponent, you can pay life points equal to the difference. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. That's less than the life points you paid. Wow. That's, bro. Blessed Wind says, send one plant monster from your hand or face up to the field, gain 500 life points. Target one plant monster, shuffle in the deck, gain 500 life points. Pay 1,000, summon an arrow mage from the graveyard. Bless Winds doesn't seem the best. The other ones, they crazy. The way Cali is hyping everything, I'm thinking he works from Konami. I'm just saying what it is. Chat, if something is bad, I will say it's bad. These cards have not been bad. They've been decent. Have they been like tier 1? No. But they've been decent. They're solid Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Rika gets a lot of support. I think y'all just hating. Now, Aroma Healing says gain 1,000 life points for each Aroma monster with different names. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard to target one Aroma monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Then gain 500 life points. You can only use one Aroma Healing effect per turn and only once that turn. They're bringing that back. Can Yu-Gi-Oh be fun? I'm saying everything is mid so far. Affects the meta slightly. That's your problem, Berserker. You're like, oh, but what does it do against the meta? Yada, yada, yada. This isn't just for people that want to see the meta. This is for how further are we moving with these particular archetypes? What is the potential of these archetypes? How good can they actually be? So far, Konami has put some solid support for these decks. You would be upset if every single archetype that came out was meta. Everybody would, because everything would be changing every 5 seconds. We don't need that. We don't need defining tier 1 decks. Can these decks compete at a local level? Absolutely yes. Every single strategy that we just talked about, these are good local level decks. Can they win a regional with the dedicated pilot? Oh yes, 1,000%. Every single one. And I want to make this clear. Every single one can at least top a regional. Are these going to be YCS meta-defining decks outside of Voiceless Voice and maybe Bikers? No, right? But nobody cares about that all the time. Anything that gets tier 1 will be side decked out of the meta. Nothing new. No, I want everything meta. Make it diverse so skill rises above side decks. Oh my God. Bro, you're not going to a YCS every week. Play one of these decks at your regional. They're not going to be able to side deck for you. It still matters. Woo! I'm a meta glue eating well. You're not speaking to my soul. Chad, I just went on a pretty base speech, I would like to say, right? White aura purpose. I actually don't think that this set's that good. Like when it comes to like competitive viability, but it's a fun set. All right, if this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon level 4 or lower fish monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. Then you can special summon one monster from the same name from your graveyard. You can only use the effect of Porpoise once per turn. If this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can banish one water monster, special summon it. It's treated as a tuner. Porpoise? I thought it was Porpoise. I'm not here to debate this. All right, chat. I'm not saying that's all the cards, but I think that's all of the main support. So I'm going to go after the free agent cards and talk about them. And I think we're done with the entire set. Maybe we can look into like a strategy. This is convertible. Special summon level 5 for a higher flip effect monster from your deck to level 8. Winged Beast. Earth. Winged Beast. Earth. It has wings, but it's an earth. That's crazy. During the battle phase, if this card is in your hand, you can target one face down monster, send it to the graveyard, special summon this card. Bro, what is this card? It's a shuttle support? Wait, hold on. This card is in your hand. You can target one face down. Send it to the graveyard. That's an effect. Yo, chat, hold on. You can turn a Shaddoll Hedgehog into a Shaddoll Beast. Or, I'm sorry. You can turn a Shaddoll Hedgehog into a free Shaddoll monster in your hand. And this card on the field to summon Shaddoll Beast. I'm coping. That's coping. That's definitely coping. That's not good. Flock together. Place one monster from your deck into your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Place one monster from your deck as a continuous trap. You can only use Flock together once per turn. Also, they can only be activated if the combined number of cards in your monster zone and face-up monsters equals 10 or more. What? They can also only be activated the combined number of cards in your monsters and face-up monster card zones. I don't understand this card. I just simply don't understand this card. Like, I know you need 10 or more cards, and I know you can place monsters in your spell and trap card zone. But, like, they're not, like, you can't use their effect. Bro, just get me out of here. This card's crazy. Terrors of the Afterroot. Target one monster your opponent controls, special summon it to their field. Then you can banish one monster they control. Then return one of your opponent's banished monsters to the grave. What? Bro, just went in the whole circle. I hate this card. I thought it was going to be good. If this card is in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it. Target one level 1 monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then set one Terrors of the Overroot or Terrors of the... Oh, set one Terrors of the Underroot, Terrors of the Overroot, or Terrors of the Afterroot directly from your deck. There's some type of potential. It can make your opponent dodge cards. Like, it can dodge cards like Reborn or stuff like that, but it's... I wanted to say, target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it, then banish one monster you control. That's it. That's all I needed to say. I love this card because it's a troll. Yeah, it definitely is. It's not a bad card, though. The Black Goat Laughs. Declare one monster card name. Neither player can special summon monsters without original name. Then you can banish it. Declare one monster card's name. Neither player can activate its effects without original name. This card's kind of good for Labyrinth, right? Those two trap cards are actually great for Labyrinth. I agree. Iron Thunder. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated on the field, pay half your life points, negate the activation, destroy that card, then destroy all spells and traps and monsters in its same column. Yo, don't laugh, Jib the Black Goat. Jib can need a black hairline, chat. Don't come at me like that. Yeah, he lies. Psychic Processor. This card allows you to banish itself to summon 2 machine, psychic, or cyberse monsters, but they can't attack directly this turn. Then, if it's banished, you get to add it to your hand. Psychic Arsenal targets a machine or psychic monster you control. You pay life points to add a machine monster with the same attribute but a higher level. And then if the turn that it's not sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target each of your banished machine and psychic monsters, place them to the bottom of the deck, and add the other one to the hand. Emergency Apport. Target one of your level 5 or lower psychic monsters that is banished or in your graveyard and summon it. That's not bad. All right. The new cards, right? Exceed Force. Three-Eyed Ghost. Mystic Potato. Junk Dragonlet. Ultimate Offering. If there's any other cards that you guys see in here, I think we pretty much covered almost everything, right? Let me know. Everything important. Right? Oh, yeah. We still got a couple of cards to go through. Oh, we gotta talk about this card first, chat. Earthbound Cooking. All right, let's talk about Master of Ham. Bro, isn't this like Hamsky off of Overlord? It is I, Hamsky, that will fight you, shall I? Defeat you will know. It requires 2 beast monsters. And if it's fusion summoned or flip face up, you can special one flip effect monster from your deck. If it's in your graveyard, you can banish 2 flip monsters from your graveyard or field to summon this card in face down defense position, but banish it when Hamsky leaves the field. So Super Nimble Mega Hamster becomes Master of Ham. It's a common. Oh man. This card's him. Vagnawa, the Moon-Eating Dragon. If it's Synchro Summon, you can make a gain attack equal to the total levels of non-tuner monsters used for its material. Then inflict damage to your opponent. Yeah, this card's going to be really ridiculous for some type of weird FTK, but it's not going to be good. All right, this is one of the best cards in the entire set. While it's on the field, you can't summon anything but fire monsters. But once per turn during the main phase, you can special summon one fire monster from your graveyard, right? And then if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field while this card is in the graveyard, you can target one fire monster you control in your opponent's card you control. You get to destroy both of them and then summon this card back. It's crazy good. We got Sorcerer of Seebeck. And it says when a monster this card points to inflicts damage, you get to gain life points equal to the same amount. Then you can make each player take 1,000 damage. So this card could be a game-ending card for some. And it's 2 effect monsters. Not bad. Not bad. Next is going to be Mature Chronicle. Oh, we've already ran over that card. Ages of Stars and Frost. If another monster you control was destroyed by your spell effect or an opponent's card effect and sent there, you can conduct your battle phase twice. If a monster you control is returned to the deck or face down extra deck while this card is in the graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Nah, this card's weak. This card's hella weak. Like, this card's so unnecessary and weak. It's not even searchable. It's weak as hell. 2 battle phases? Yeah. You only need 1 to win. Even if it was searchable, I don't even think it's worth it. Like, chat, you only need 1 battle phase to win. If you're playing a deck that destroys cards by your spell effect, you already know what you're playing. You're winning. You don't need a second one. Bro, imagine getting your battle phase twice and still needing to add this card to your hand. What the hell? This card's so bad. Place 1 Diabell Star monster from your hand, deck, or face up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target one monster card treated as a continuous spell and special summon it. Oh, it's only during the end phase. God damn it. That actually is cool for getting out Diabell Star, though. Battle phase, evenly matched. Battle phase 2, evenly matched too. Hey, yo! What if they hit you with 2 evenly matched? Bro, how pissed would you guys be if you got to your second battle phase and they just evenly matched you again? Holy crap. Earthbound Fusion says if there are no cards in the field spell, you can activate this card during the main phase. Or you can only activate this card during the main phase. If Fusion summons 1 Dark Fusion monster from your extra deck using a monster from your hand or field as material, then during your opponent's main phase, if there's a card in the Fusion zone, you can banish this card from the graveyard to special summon a Earthbound monster from your hand or graveyard. But also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Fusion and Synchro monsters. This card's pretty good. That would be infuriating. Metamorphosis. Tribute 1 Fusion or Synchro monster, special 1 monster with the same original level from your deck, but return it to your hand. We've talked about this card on stream. It has an interesting interaction with runic cards, but it's like, it's okay. Like, in theory, I don't think you'll ever be using the Synchro thing because there's no 1 card summon Synchro monsters. But the Fusion thing for like decks like Runic, it could work. Ultimate Offering says during your main phase, you can pay 1,000 life points. You can conduct up to 3 normal summons this turn, not just 1. Then during your opponent's battle phase, you can pay 500 life points. Normal summon 1 monster. Ultimate Offering is definitely a lot calmer than Ultimate Offering, because Ultimate Offering allows you to infinitely summon, and this card's like, nah, you get 3, young boy. Right? Archie Loqueta says play Raid Raptors. Holy God. Oh. Wait, offensively you can attack, make Zeus in battle phase again. You're really trying to make that spell card work. All right, Junk Dragonlet. All right. If you control a Synchro monster, you can summon this card from your hand. Okay. When a Synchro monster you control declares an attack, you can banish this card from the graveyard. That monster gains 800. Okay, we like that first part. If you control a Synchro monster, you can summon this card from your hand. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great. It's just not bad. All right, Mystic Potato, the best card in the world. If this card is on the field and destroyed by a card effect, you can special one dark monster with 1,500 or less attack from your deck. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Chat, we're going to get Mystic Potato. You're going to get Flying Kaminiri number 3. We're going to get Giant Snake. Come on, chat. This is it. This is it, chat. This is our time. This is our moment. Finally, cards to make Dragonic Diagram good. Is that Monopoly, man? All right. Three-Eyed Ghost. You can send this card from your field to the graveyard. Add 1 level 10 dark monster from your deck to your hand. The only thing I can think of are Earth Machine cards. But, wait, what is it? What does this add? Tips. Let's go to tips to see what it adds. You can add DDD Zero Place, Lord of the Heavenly Prisons, and Tragodia. All right. Colossal Fighter Assault Mode, DDD Monsters, Dark Lord Desire, Ishul, Demise, Earthbound Asilapiscu. Yeah, these don't look so good. It can search all of the Earthbound monsters, which, I mean, that's not bad, I guess. And it's not letting me go further. It's like, see more results, 43 more. It's not letting me go. Oh, here we go. It searches Exodus. Okay. All right. That's not bad. It searches the Malefics. Cosmo Dark Planet. Orichalco Shinros. Raviel. The Spirit of Yubel. I mean, I guess that is Yubel support, right? It searches Still Swarm Hercules. Wicked Avatar. 10,000 Dragon. Therion Irregular. The Wicked Dreadroot. Yeah, this card's not. And it requires your normal summon. I'm good. Exceed 4 says, send 1 Exceed card from your deck to the graveyard except for Force. Or if an Exceed monster is on the field that has Exceed material, you can add the Exceed card to your hand instead. During the main phase, except this turn, this card was sent to the graveyard. Banish this card from your graveyard, detach one material from Exceed monster. Then if a detach was an Exceed monster, you can special summon that monster from your graveyard. Or your banishment in defense position. It's not bad. That's good for the Exceed decks. Sunset Beat. If a face-up monster you control is changed to face-down defense position, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Face-up monster you control, it's changed to face-down defense. They are really trying to make these flip effect cards good. If a flip monster you control is flip face-up, you can target 1 of them and inflict damage equal to its level. Stop. Koval, look, Cosmos support. Koval's not here. Tricorn the Cacophonous Concert. Just don't be more flip effect support. If a monster in your possession is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster with the same type and attribute. Add a monster to your hand. Okay. It's a level 2 Fiend Tuner. It's searchable. All right. Not bad. Oh, wait. Unchained support, baby. Swallows Crowy tributes 1 Wing Beast monster from your hand or field. Add 1 Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand with the same level. Raid Raptor support. Not good, but Raid Raptor support. I think that's it. Chat, I'm going to make a big video on this particular set, but I think that the cards are like, We keep on talking about cards, but let's be honest, these cards are not good. This looks cool as hell, but they're not good. I think once we get over the shock factor, I think there's some truths that we need to know about this set. But yeah, it's going to be fun to open up this set because of the certain cards. But overall, let me know what you guys think about this set. We spent this whole time going over it. Let's go ahead and build the deck and then keep on going.